Hello, everyone. Kevin Carpenter here, producer and MC of Rolling in the Mist. Just want to give you some quick news. We will be hosting a panel at OrcCon 2020 titled Making an RPG Podcast, presented by Oddloot. Ain't that right, Bravo?
Yep.
Awesome. So me, Bravo, Jason, and Chris should all be there. Maybe not Pablo. We're still working on that one. Did he ever get back to us on that?
Nope.
Fair enough. We will be at OrcCon on Saturday at the Hilton Hotel in the Carmel Room. For more information, you can check it out online at strategicon.net or just Google OrcCon 2020. It's usually the first result that comes up. You don't have to pre-register for this, so just show up and we'll see you there. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, we got new patrons. So 2 new patrons this time to talk about. Our first new patron is AJ Real. AJ, we've seen you like our posts, and we're glad that you like our Patreon now. And our second new patron is Joe Zeman. Joe Zeman was actually a good friend of mine in high school. So, Joe, it's great to see you again, too. Bravo, anything else?
Keep it tight, everybody. We love you guys.
Alrighty. So with that, let's get into the session.
Rolling in the Mist is a series with fantasy violence, sexual humor, and worst of all, cussing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting session of Rolling in the Mist. That never gets old. I am your master of ceremonies, Kevin Carpenter, and joining me today are...
Depends who you ask. Pablo Milla as Eugene Fritz.
And...
Everybody gets sick of it. Ryan Bravo as Leo Castello.
And...
Jason as Arthur Strange.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, we're in our final arc, and some shit went down the last session. So I think with this session, we're just going to start in media res. You guys are in the Dodge War Machine. Olivia's in the driver's seat. Leo's in the shotgun. Strange is in the radio. Everyone else is in the back seat, including Otis, because Eugene demanded that he be in the back seat to put himself in harm's way.
I make decisions sometimes that I grow to regret.
And you guys have just bashed through the front gate of Mayor Dracula's estate as an army of birds and an army of ghosts swarm around the premises. All the guests of the... I'm looking at Pablo here because he got angry at me the last time I mispronounced it. Gala. Is that it?
You mean the gala?
You're still alive, aren't you?
The gallery.
All the guests at the gala were fleeing in terror. We start this session in slow motion. The Dodge War Machine has just broken through the gate. There is bits of metal, bird, and ghost flying everywhere.
Birds.
You hit some birds.
Otis is going to be pissed.
Otis could clear them. I don't know why he's not paying attention to what's happening.
He's controlling a lot of birds right now.
Otis, one word, elevation.
Metal, bird, ghost, police looking on in horror, except for one who's looking on in horror while writing in his bird watching journal. Captain Jackson, his coffee spraying all over his face.
On his new velvet suit.
and inside the car, we see everyone's faces either contorted in enthusiastic glee like Olivia's, or in horror like I assume everyone else's. So, for this, in our final story arc of Series 1, what's everyone's internal monologue right now?
Die!
I love this game so much.
Chris.
All right, so let's go into this. The Dodge War Machine breaks through the front gate, and it's peeling into the estate. Olivia Levy, the Red Rider, is in her element. She immediately swerves to the right, swerves to the left, kicking up immaculately manicured lawn everywhere around her. A police car comes toward her, and she just bashes right into it. Another police car comes in, she swerves to the left, bashes it out of the way.
Yo, he's fucking dead.
Arthur Strange, you realize that, oh yeah, you broke a criminal out of prison.
Yeah.
And as she's driving upward into the estate, birds and ghosts all around her, you see one car peel out of this rampage and start tailing behind you, a heavily armored SWAT car with one person in the driver's seat. As you guys look through the rearview mirror, and some of you, I guess, through the rear window,
Did we install rear windows on this charger?
I don't
Do
know.
I like poke my head out the car? I'm on the hood.
Yeah. You guys look behind you.
Imagining
Some
it.
Casper the Friendly Ghost shit.
Look what's going on back there.
There's just so much going on right now. You guys see driving the SWAT car is this large man in the same kind of suit that was at the Rolling Note.
Oh.
And Strange, I think you in particular see that this man has glowing red eyes and a large smile. And now all of you see one figure climb onto the roof of the SWAT car, his suit jacket billowing in all this wind created by this army of birds. And this figure as well has glowing red eyes and a crooked smile. And yeah, you guys are being chased by the father-son duo, Vampire Lenny and Benny.
That was fast. I thought we weren't gonna see that until we got inside, at least.
Oh, no. They're here to stop you guys. They're the bouncers.
So they're in a squad car?
They're in a SWAT car.
SWAT.
One of those big armored vans.
Question. Why do they have a SWAT car?
Why are they down here in a SWAT car?
Yeah, why aren't they protecting mayor? Why aren't they protecting the mayor?
The mayor?
Yeah, why aren't they the bodyguards of the
I'm sorry. Real quick. I just love how you guys are just tearing the story note apart. Why is it this? Why is
Because I started
that?
thinking about, like, wait, they're the guards.
Kevin's just like, well, let me finish. No.
That's
Why?
fucking stupid, Kevin.
Just like Otis being in the car?
I sit down.
That's something I would have suggested.
How about this? That's what all your guys' characters are thinking. It's like, why are those two here?
You know, I can see that.
And then the SWAT car starts gaining on you and is about to ram you.
One of them's on the hood of the SWAT car?
Don't worry,
Yes.
Dad, I'm catching up to them.
Okay, I guess he's. Oh, yeah, the big one. Is so he's
Yeah. So Lenny's driving and Benny is on the roof.
Oh, the hood.
Oh my god.
That's not what I expected.
Wow, we're just going right into it, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess so. All right.
So yeah, so what do you guys do?
I got an idea. And I leave out of the car and I go into their car and I possess their SWAT car.
That is going to be a big take the risk, my friend.
What's the I'm a ghost.
Here's the thing.
Nothing to lose.
You are flying out of one Fast and Furious car and going right into another Fast and Furious car, and
Just as angry.
Isn't he powering this? It's fine. Never mind.
no, he's not powering the car.
No, they fixed the car, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
we
in the
fixed it
car.
out. We fixed
I'm
it
just
out.
in it.
Listen. If we question all of the rules of this universe,
Find it.
Mind you, the rules that we
All right.
made.
There we go. So I just fly into the car.
all right, metal.
What tags?
Phase 2 objects, possession. Can I use Invisible Spectre?
Yeah, I can see that. They're not able to swerve out of the way if they can't see you.
And Call of the Haunted.
Call of the Haunted was what you used to bring all the ghosts here.
Damn.
That's, you already have a +3, dude.
Yeah,
All right.
+3 is already like really good.
What about improvised weapons?
No,
Come on, you're gonna see how this is gonna become a cool weapon.
if you possess the car, then you might be able to use improvised weapon.
All right,
but
here
for
we
right
go.
now, just for diving into another car, those 3 tags. Go for
There
it.
we go. So I got 3.
Don't worry, Dad, this is a brand new car.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Mixed success. So let's see. Strange. You jump out of the Dodge War Machine, and there's this beautiful slow-mo moment where you're just kind of like floating in the air between these 2 fast-moving cars.
City police!
And you just shoot directly into the SWAT car. Immediately, Lenny in the driver's seat. Lenny sees all the gas gauge, the speedometer, just all these different gauges just start going haywire. The wheel starts jerking up.
Dad, something's going on right now with the car.
Yeah, I know what's going on right now with the cards. You're 4 times failing the driving test, you little Weisenheimer. Keep us straight.
I just can't see my rearview mirrors. It's too tall.
So,
I get you them glasses for. Why you so lucky I can't reach you back there?
so with a mixed success, I'm gonna say that you haven't gained full control of the SWAT car, but you have stopped it from gaining on the Dodge War Machine.
Got it.
That being said, it's still like 8 feet
Got
from
it.
the Dodge War Machine. So
Just ain't dead. That fucking van hauled ass.
yeah. So Benny, it looks like he's making a move to jump onto the Dodge War Machine. So one of you two, I say pointing to Leo and Eugene, are gonna have to do something real quick.
Do it quick.
While he's trying to jump.
Yes.
Okay.
Strange jump from your car to theirs. Now Benny is gonna jump from his car to yours.
This I don't want to bore listeners with kind of a repeat car chase move, but I'm gonna shoot a horde shot behind us.
I was thinking the same thing. I was gonna bring up my little fire pistol and go.
I
pew,
gotta
pew.
shoot, so we don't have a gun anymore. So I guess I'm gonna
My gun shooting was never great. Let's be honest.
Yes, it's evening.
Great, this will be awesome. I'm going to hopefully not bore people with this. I think this is gonna be kind of cool. I'm gonna roll down the oh wait, who knows what year this is? Crank the window down.
We've established there's some series of unfortunate event stuff going on. There's a lot of different time periods
a
here.
lot of different technological advances.
So just a that was funny.
Primitiveness. Anyways, I'm rolling down the window and I'm gonna reach out. I will use my horn shot to pin Benny to the windshield of the SWAT car by shooting a horn through his billowing suit jacket and pinning him to the windshield. And I will do this by using horn shot, night vision, because it's night so I can get an extra clear shot, and master of logistics.
Does me possessing the car give him a perk?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give you a +1.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a +1 because you're currently like making the SWAT car go all helter jelter. What? That's not even a word.
Helter skelter.
Helter skelter. There we go. You're
That's
making the
the
SWAT.
Odd Dude way we make words.
Yeah. But here's the thing. You're also trying to shoot through a SWAT car windshield. That shit's bulletproof, so you're gonna get a -2. So roll with +2, my friend.
I feel like you got cheated.
But I can't kind of argue with that. All right. Nice. That's a 6 + 2. That's an 8.
So I'm gonna say that's a go toe-to-toe, and I'm gonna customize this. Basically, with your horn shot, I'm gonna say you can pin Benny, you can hurt him, or you can fail all that. Benny jumps onto the Dodge War Machine, but you can buy someone else a second to counter that.
Buy someone else a second.
Basically,
counter.
give him
Yeah.
let him do something.
Yeah, you can give Leo the opportunity to take care of it.
Yeah, I think this might be a better. I'm just gonna make it I'm gonna hit him.
Okay. Yeah, like hurt him.
Yeah.
Eugene, throughout this adventure, you went from like a meek, timid man to someone who's very aggressive, taking control of his life.
No, I'm terrible at character development.
No, this is in fact the best character
Oh,
development.
okay.
And as all these calculations swarm over your head, your eyes go like full angry red. All the calculations just disappear, and you just shoot to kill. Your horns shoot out of your arm and stab into Benny's shoulder. He takes stab 2 as he roars in pain.
As he does what?
As he roars in pain.
Ah, son of a mother!
Daddy, no!
Keep driving. Eyes on the road. Hands attended to. Hands attended to.
Oh,
Hands it.
I
Good.
thought it was a lot lower because.
Are your hands attended to?
Yes, Dad.
Good. Now, where was I?
Ah!
And right after Benny does his good parenting, jumps off the SWAT team car and
Yoink.
lands onto the Dodge War Machine.
I come to kick your ass. I'm just messing with you.
He raises his fist and bashes through the back windshield. Glass shatters over Skid, over Otis as his like glowing eye flickers and some of the birds start to disperse. And also glass shatters over Eugene as well.
Oh god! Oh, now the glasses are on my glasses.
And you know what, Pablo? Benny's kind of your character out of Eugene, Otis, and Skid. Who's the first one he grabs? Oh, and also Crackers. I guess he's in the
So
backseat
he's
too.
busted the windshield, the back
Yeah.
windshield,
And
he's
he's-
gonna grab somebody.
He's grabbed someone, yes. Be true to the character.
It's Otis, isn't it?
No, he grabs Eugene.
He grabs Eugene.
Yeah, because yes.
Oh my god, he got Eugene.
So Leo, in this instant of a moment, you see Eugene shoot the horn, hit the guy. Benny jumps onto your Dodge War Machine, bashes through the windshield, grabs Eugene, and in this instant, what do you do?
So, the back windshield, he grabs him. Is he sticking his face or his arm through the windshield?
Arm through the back windshield.
Okay, so his arm is literally right in front of the car, right? Or the van? The SWAT van? Because he's right behind us, right?
Yeah, he jumped onto the Dodge War Machine.
So if I were to make a line shot, it would hit both the arm and the car of the SWAT.
If you had enough force to blast through Benny, yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Tell people to get down.
You better do this little
It's not a
number.
lot, yeah.
I'm gonna find this video. So, since the previous episode, I was like gathering wind in my head for flavor. This time, I intensify the wind and start sparking like a small little sun and increasing the speed of the wind as well as the temperature. In other words, turning into like scientific. I don't know what the would be. Kind of like those cutters you use. It's like a torch. What's it called?
A welding torch?
A welding torch. But it's used to
Oh, I
melt
see
things.
what you
It's
do.
going to be just a full line blast that I'm going to be aiming for the engine of the car and hopefully hitting his hand as well in a straight line.
Okay, so I think this is just a hit with all you've got. And if you roll high enough, you can choose the option to hit multiple targets.
Excellent. So I'm going to use Gale Force Control to control the wind, Cruel Sun to spark the ignition, Fireproof because I know that's going to be as hot as a fucking welding torch. And an Eye for Weakness because I want to hit the transmission of the car.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, +1. So that's gonna be 13.
Whoa!
Oh, you better at least say get down. And
Get down.
And have a good line.
Okay, so what? I mean,
So
I hit right, or what's the?
yeah, so you have 2 power here. So you can choose take cover, get many of them, control the collateral damage, hold the target's attention, or take 1 juice to spend on like a later thing, as like a later change to game.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first control collateral damage to not harm anybody because it's right there, and hit multiple targets.
Leo, you point your hand toward Benny, all of this fire and wind building in your palm. And as everyone's hair frizzes up from the static electricity and their skin tans instantly from the instant heat.
Radiation.
Otis puts on a pair of shades.
But it only has like one,
One shade.
I feel like Leo's gonna be like, "Excuse me, gentlemen. Sorry, this isn't a Fuber." And then boom, and I blast it.
Yep. You blast out this beam and just not only hit Benny just right in the chest, you knock him back and just Die Hard style, he falls back into the SWAT car.
Dad, what the hell is that?
And how many tags did you roll that with? 4?
4. An Eye for Weakness was my 4th one.
That was enough. Benny falls into the SWAT car and the line goes through his chest, through the SWAT car's armor, into the engine, and the SWAT car blows up behind you. Olivia Levy does a sick turn so you all can see the explosion behind you. Yeah, she drift turns around. Initial D just starts playing. And Olivia goes, "Oh God!"
I'm surprised it took this long for us both to do the parrot at the same time.
Oh God.
Wait, I was
And
in
what's
that car.
Skid's reaction?
You're fine. You're just gonna blow up around.
Oh, yeah.
I was in
I
that
control
car.
collateral
You
damage.
did control collateral damage.
So wait,
So as part of that epic moment,
yeah.
you guys see this huge explosion, all the smoke, and then Strange just kind of rises up like a cartoon, like like in those old Tom and Jerry cartoons where someone dies and their angel comes up,
He's already dead.
and he realizes that and goes, "Oh yeah."
You know what I was thinking? Like,
What?
It blows up, but then I just kind of drift out, like, just kind of
Like you're still going at the same speed.
Yeah,
I feel you should dust off
yeah, like
smoke soot off of your ghost jacket.
I like that one better than Tom and Jerry.
Hilarious. So
Great.
And I look at them, I'm like, you think they're dead?
And there's just like a look of just like he didn't know they were vampires because again like only he just saw eyes he thought, but I was just like, you gotta do what you gotta do. But it was just like a very solemn, serious face, and then he just goes right back to looking forward, and Again, once for flavor, just recharging that air around his hand.
Alrighty. So the Dodge War Machine has peeled through most of the estate. The actual manor itself is coming up closer and closer. You guys see behind you just this army of police cars that have now, like, they've gotten their bearings and they're starting to form, and they're at the bottom of the estate now, and they're starting to peel up the road. Olivia turns to you all and goes, all right, so I'm probably not going to be able to slow down, so y'all better tuck and roll.
Nutty.
And as soon as she says that, she does a drift turn at the manor. Everyone roll to face danger.
Wait, you mean me?
No, actually, you're just floating.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, everyone?
I guess just
I can
Pablo.
roll. I can
Just
roll.
the main 3 heroes, or
If you
everybody?
if you want, I'll roll for one of the characters.
I think I'll
have
just
to
roll for
roll
them.
for
Yeah.
them,
Yeah. Normally the MC doesn't roll, but you know what? This is a good time for a roll. Eugene, Leo, roll to face danger.
I'm
What
going
do
to
you
use snake skin to kind of give myself a little protection.
get? Good idea. Eugene.
Feeds off fear.
I can't. He's never done this before.
Alrighty.
I'm using feeds off fear, and can I use horn shot the way that I used it for that battle with the
Oh, you use it like a shield.
what's it
like.
called? The elemental.
Yeah, you
Like
exploded.
I used it kind of like. Didn't I use it as armor? As a
No, that's what I'm saying. You use it as an armor, then you blew it up.
Here's the thing. I was kicking myself while editing that episode. That should have been a change the game. But you know what? It rocked, so we just went with it.
Great.
So yeah.
But can I
No.
use it now?
No.
Fine.
You need to set
Feeds
that
off-
up in advance.
Fine. Feeds off fear, and that's probably it.
All right, both of you roll +1.
Can I use night vision? Okay.
Can I use veteran? Let's go.
Woo!
What'd you get?
+1. That's a 12.
All right.
Yeah,
and-
right.
Leo?
Hey, I got 9 + 1, 10. Oh, this is dead.
Okay. All right. And yeah. The Dodge War Machine drifts, tearing up so much lawn and dirt. Leo, you got, what'd you get? 9? And
That's the last sound Otis makes.
God. The Dodge War Machine drifts in the front lawn, kicking up grass and dirt. Eugene, you are just so full of fear. All this adrenaline just kicks through you. You do a flip as you come out the door and land perfectly on your feet. Leo, you feel just the wind kicking up underneath you. Actually, no, you didn't use wind. Your skin hardens with these snake scales, and instead of the acrobatics like Eugene did, you just take the full force of the dirt as you hit. Take no damage as you roll and land back up onto your feet. Skid jumps out the door, and he lands on his feet, stumbles a bit, and then falls to the ground. It's not graceful, but he doesn't look hurt. Otis. His eyes glowing.
Oh, no. Poor old fucker.
His mind focused on so many birds. So many birds. Falls out of the door. He didn't even jump out.
Oh, no.
Lands on the ground, and you guys hear... Oh. And Otis goes, "Ah, my arm! I broke my arm!"
Otis, if you only stay in higher ground where you belong.
All right, I get it. I'm sorry. Otis, speak to me.
I think I've spoken to you enough, Eugene.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Now go.
I'm not laughing at you. I don't know how to react emotionally. I'm sorry.
Eugene, you're on your knees. You're looking down at Otis. Otis grabs your arm and goes,
Eugene, you remember when we showed our powers to each other?
Yes.
Do you remember?
am I too quiet?
You're fine. No, this is good. This is good shit.
Your fucking eyes got so...
Ah!
Do you remember that trick I had?
Were you teleport?
He pushes you away. The police cars are coming up, and Olivia just speeds off. Most of the police cars peel off to chase after her. And as you guys are at the estate, at the front doors, Otis is waving at you, just go, go! And as he does, all these birds that were just covering the grounds just start swirling over him into this massive pile of birds. And then, at a point where you can't even see Otis anymore, all the birds disperse, and he's no longer there.
Oh my god, they fucking ate him.
No, I think
What?
We'll have words later. Just run! Just run! Run!
Yeah, let's beat it, Skid says.
Yeah.
Because his voice sounds like everyone else's, right?
No, you gave him like.
Let's beat it, babes. Let's go.
babes. There it is.
Come on.
Weird. Such a douche. Okay, let's go. Let's go. We need all the help we can get.
So Eugene, Leo, Strange, and Skid, you guys rush forward to the front doors.
Did she drive back towards the cops?
Yeah, she's getting the cops away from you guys. She's like,
She's getting them
Yeah.
to chase her
yeah, she's basically just driving all around the estate at this point.
in my car.
Yeah.
You mean our car?
Fuck you.
Who breaks in the front door?
Me.
Strange. You rush up.
I just picture that question actually coming from Leo. Eugene rolls up his sleeve without saying anything, and then right next to him, me, camera pans over. And Eugene's like,
Strange, in true detective fashion, you go to burst open the door, raise your leg, kick it, and your foot goes right through.
Oh, that's right.
Perhaps I can lend an assist.
and he corrects his glasses, and
That anime boy style where like they light up.
yeah, they light up. Yeah, that's exactly what I was picturing.
I can lend an assist.
And he, anime style, corrects his glasses. They shine.
I mean, technically, I can just like go through it.
This is for the rest of us.
Well, we can't go through it, can we, Strange? Can we?
And as he says that, I just kind of slowly phase through the door.
Like
just
Homer?
just like move it away. Just I'm like slowly going back from you guys. Like, all right, I'll see you inside.
Anyways,
So then I back up, and I'm going to Minotaur bull rush the doors.
All right. They're unlocked, so I'm not even going to have you
I
roll
was
for
gonna
it.
say, I was back to open. I was like, hey, so the doors are unlocked. Open it up.
Yeah, Strange, you open the door, and
As
Eugene
I'm
just
running.
goes right through, just opens up one of the doors, and it just swings wide open.
And I'm just kind of like, why are you trying to break it down? They're having a party. It's open for the
well, I
public.
assumed.
All right, dramatic action moment. You guys rush into the estate, and you enter this large common area. There are pillars on either side of you with doors leading to other areas of the estate, and directly in front of you is this large staircase that ascends up and then splits off into two other areas. Very Beauty and the Beast.
There you go. There it is.
See, that I just need to start saying like the room from this instead of just describing stuff. It's the nightclub from Luke
Well, I
Cage.
also
It's the
didn't-
manor from Batman.
Great, yeah. I didn't know if you were thinking this is a courtyard with pillars on each side.
No, this is the
like a
common
ball-
area. This is a ballroom. Yeah.
All right, this is where they dance in Beauty and the Beast with the two stairways in the.
No, they dance in the other place.
It's
in-
like a
in-
ballroom.
Yeah, this is the entrance of the Beauty and
Right,
Beast.
right,
manor.
right, with the two stairways that are symmetrical.
And standing on top of the staircase.
Nerds.
Standing on top of the staircase is two women. One
is two women.
is
Continue.
Hey,
Don't squint. It's an audio medium.
I was just about to say for all you listening at home.
there are two women on
At
top
this
of
gala. Okay, I'm done.
You're never done.
I'm just getting started.
There are two women on top of the stairs. One in a beautiful red dress, Dahlia Elodie. Another standing beside her, her complement, in a beautiful black dress, Maggie Elodie. Both of them are staring the four of you down as the doors slowly swing shut behind you.
What?
I was about to say like as he slowly croissant, boom, just blast him to smithereens. Like done.
Croissant. That's what you said.
All right, sorry. I just wanted to
Maggie, for the first time in the series, actually speaks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a person.
I can't wait to hear this one.
Pablo,
know.
I'm saying this to Pablo.
Yeah.
I can't tell you to shut the fuck up because this is an audio medium, but I want that energy to be conveyed.
Shut the fuck up.
You can say. You did say shut the fuck up.
He just can't say it in the middle of the game. You know?
Okay, fine. Never mind.
Maggie turns to you and goes, well. If it isn't the ones that crashed my earlier party. And Dahlia goes, indeed.
So they're the same boys but different registers.
They're sisters.
Yeah, I get it. No, I know. I'm not. I just am asking.
You want him to go like, well.
Well, if it ain't our favorite,
Now I see what she
guest of
sings.
honor.
She sings like an angel and talks like.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, you really were 100 years old, huh? That's why you wanted to go back to you.
Her voice didn't change.
Guys, this is a serious
I know,
moment. Let's
I'm
be
sorry.
serious. Yeah.
You also know who you're playing with.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, sorry.
Dahlia Elodie turns to you all and goes, so, what are you all doing here crashing this party? After all, crashing my nightclub didn't turn out so well for you all the last time.
Eugene raises his hand.
God damn it. Here we go. And I just look at Eugene like,
I think everyone just looks at you.
everybody just looks at Eugene.
Dahlia glares daggers at Eugene.
Yes, thank you. I don't know. This probably usually is never the time for semantics, but I could just, the last time, quote unquote, we broke into your nightclub and crashed the party. End quote. Well, it was the only time we ever did. So I don't. I
kind of whisper.
I'm just saying you're making assumptions and preconceived notions.
I go to his ear. Go,
She assumes that we just make a habit of breaking into.
Eugene,
We'll talk right behind us.
we'll talk about this when we.
Fine.
Eugene, when we get out of this, we'll talk about this.
When you get out of this,
Yes,
Sugar.
when.
And we resume battle stances.
It's the Guinea Award.
And Sid.
Can you force and friends?
Dahlia starts descending the stairs in a very elegant manner and goes, oh, no. You see, what you all don't understand is that this is the last party you all will ever attend. To quote a very famous band. And by this point, you guys notice in the shadows cast by the pillars around you, 2 red dots, and then another pair, and then another, and then another, until there's just dozens of glowing red eyes appearing in the shadows surrounding you, some of them coming out of the shadows to reveal many others in the same rolling note suits, now their eyes glowing with teeth piercing from their lips, they're so large. And Dahlia goes, it's a dead man's party, Sugar. And then we hear
Whack. No.
And then we hear from Eugene's pocket, bzz, 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 bzz,
I just
bzz,
just 1 second.
Puts up a finger and flips open the phone.
Hello.
Eugene, is it time to crash the party?
Yes, please.
And he hangs up.
And right when you hang up, the skylights crash. The windows all around you crash. Immediately, dozens of figures in trench coats and hats carrying assault rifles, throwing in grenades that explode into mist that surround all around you. And just a whole cadre of gatekeepers start swarming the entry room. It's all pandemonium as immediately all these figures in suits with red eyes, all these vampires around you start mobilizing, start rushing forward. But as soon as they enter the clouds, their insanely fast speed suddenly turns to just regular running and they stumble over their sudden lack of speed. And as this mist starts surrounding you all, your vision starts to blur just slightly. You start getting a little disoriented. And Leo, the fire that you were building in your palm, as soon as like the mist picks up around your feet, the flame extinguishes. Eugene, your muscles that were like built up from your battle stance, suddenly they deflate back to your like skinny body. And Strange,
You're alive.
you being entirely ghost, you feel this mist pulling at your entire being as if it's trying to just pull you back to the realm you were before.
Ah!
All this shit is going on all around you. There's vampires all around you. There's all these people in trench coats and assault rifles just firing everywhere and lobbing these mist grenades. Dahlia and Maggie are at the stairs. Pandemonium's going on. What do you do?
Well, what can we do? Wait,
I
a minute,
rushed the
so
sister, the young one.
Yeah, hold up, wait. Dahlia's doing this to us, or the mist is doing this to us?
As far as you can tell in the heat of the moment, the mist that's always been ever present in the city that has been hiding your powers and all this weird shit from the general public, these people in like trench coats that are like rappelling from the skylights and breaking through the windows are weaponizing it.
That's pretty
so
fucking
they're
cool.
drawing upon us?
They're
Like,
drawing
the
upon-
mist within us?
In other words, they have a grenade that diffuses our powers.
Oh. That's
It-
what those are doing?
Yeah, Leo, you remember that's the same grenade that was lobbed in the graveyard fight with you and Strange and, you know, these men before.
I don't know how much I can help here.
Rush him!
Leo, you were the one to speak first. What are you doing?
I am rushing towards the siren sister,
Maggie.
Maggie, and see if I can like tackle her down and like put her in a choke.
Okay, so
Isn't she on the top of the stairs?
yeah.
That's why he's rushing.
All right.
So this is actually going to be 2 moves. First, you're going to do a take the risk to like rush through all this pandemonium directly at her, and then if you get to her, then you can do a go toe to toe.
Okay.
So roll to take the risk. What are you doing?
So what I want to use is Veteran Doctor Con to kind of keep myself focused on the target through all this melee,
Sounds good. Yeah.
and that's all I got.
Yeah. You can't use any of your powers
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
This is the one moment where the only thing he can use is Veteran Doctor's Comm.
7.
Okay.
It's a mixed success.
I'm going to give you a hard bargain.
Do it.
Headstrong Leo. In an instant, you're running the battle calculations, and you get a sense that you can rush for Maggie and potentially get to her. You might have to deal with Dahlia while you're up there, but you can get to her. But you'll be leaving behind your crew in all this pandemonium.
They can handle it.
Leo trusts his crew to
Yeah.
take care of themselves. All right. There's no good or bad decisions here. Leo, you rush forward to the stairs, and Dahlia immediately sees that you're coming at her. So here's the deal. So you're on the stairs. Dahlia's coming at you, and Maggie is opening her mouth to sing. But before we complete that action, Eugene and Strange, you guys are surrounded by vampires.
What a weird
You guys are
Surrounded by
surrounded.
vampires, but the vampires are being warded off by agents, right?
Yeah, but there's some of them who are coming at you, and while they don't have their vampire powers, while they're in the mist, they have weapons. So you guys, you guys are in the middle of basically a melee with bullets and knives
Eugene.
being thrown.
Rush him.
Rush them?
Throw yourself at her.
I am flesh and bone, mostly bone at this moment.
Believe.
I can't.
I gotta get out of the mist.
Wait a minute. So he's still a ghost, though, right?
I'm like getting ripped right now. I'm like literally like I'm fighting to stay together.
Visually, you're looking at Strange, and he's flickering in and out.
In and out.
That's because I'm in the cloud, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so what I do is I look around and I see like the nearest vampire, and I'm gonna try to possess him.
Okay, so you're gonna roll a -1
Yeah.
with the mist all around you.
Got
I'm
it.
gonna let you use your possession power because you know basically your entire being is ghost at this
Yeah.
point. But yeah, with the mist, you're rolling at a disadvantage here.
Okay.
So possession, but with the mist, so it's just a flat roll.
Got it. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. 8.
Okay. Nice. So that's a mixed success.
Right.
We established in the previous session that you fly into this like vampire whose eyes aren't glowing now that he's in the cloud. You take over his body, but your movements are jerky, and you only got like a couple seconds with this guy.
You gotta run. Just go. Just
run towards the ladies with
yes. Just go.
All right,
Get out of the mist.
I can do that.
And I run towards the Beauty and the Beast staircase.
Before he does that, what does my vampire guy have? Like, what's he holding?
That's right. Yeah. You
Yep.
got guns. Or weapons.
I'm just gonna make a luck roll. Odd, he has a knife. Even, he's got a gun. He's got a knife.
All right. What I do?
kills himself.
No. What I do with this jerky vampire that I'm possessing, I look to like the left of me and I just stab that one right next, like Basically, I'm gonna try to cause pandemonium amongst the vampires.
I think that's been achieved.
Okay.
But more pandemonium.
More pandemonium.
We're going to finish Eugene's roll before we go to that one. So, Eugene, you're trying to get out of the situation. This is going to be a face danger. What are you doing?
I can't use any of my powers.
None of your powers. No, not while you're in the
I
midst.
can
None of
only
your
use
mythos.
my... No. Okay, well, my logos is really helpful.
Get creative.
Ah.
Fuck! Ow! My hand!
Keep that in.
Keep it. Keep it.
All right.
I'm going to bum rush through the crowd here, which I kind of imagine as that scene in Cabin in the Woods where like all the shit like unleashes and
Oh yeah.
everything's in pandemonium. It's crazy. I'm going to use Master of Logistics to find the safest, most tactful and tactical way to maneuver myself through this crowd based on the momentum of all the bodies moving around me to the staircase, which I'm imagining is a pretty wide staircase.
Yeah, it's a very wide staircase.
Okay, so I think Leo went directly up the center. I'm going to the staircase and I'm going to be going up it on the right side of it because I want to come at them from an angle.
I'm going to say this, because there's so much like mist and also just like gunfire everywhere, I'm going to activate your weakness tag, pain behind the eyes.
Okay.
Because especially for Eugene, it's incredibly hard for you to see in this situation.
Very nice. Very nice. We always forget that one. Yes. So good. I will use that. So it's a -1?
I think it's just a
It's a
plus
plus
zero.
one, minus
It's a flat zero, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 0. So you're just rolling.
I have another one that doesn't need sleep.
Not
Okay,
applicable in this
fine,
situation.
Fine.
just roll, Pablo.
He just narcoleptic just falls asleep.
I just
in the
feel
middle
like
of the fight.
I'm just feeling like at this point I created a really shitty character.
Oh, it's because the mist. Otherwise, it's
Yeah.
the mist.
Yeah, I know.
I foresaw something like
plus
this
0.
happening.
Plus 0 to bum rush, and I'm to be specific. I'm running to this to come at the angle to get to the point where I no longer feel affected by the mist
Okay.
of their weapons.
Yeah. I will say by this point, the mist is just on the grounds. Leo, as soon as you get onto the staircase, you feel your powers start sparking up. But also, this mist is going to rise soon if you guys don't get out here.
Great. So I'm trying to get to his level of elevation. Here we go.
Oh.
8.
Very nice. Alrighty, so you know what? I'm gonna make this interesting. Eugene, you just start rushing forward, and as you do, you don't feel the strength in your legs from your, like the minotaur inside of you, but also you don't feel the same crippling fear that you've had before. You definitely feel a lot of fear, but at this point, this isn't your powers driving you to action. This is you pushing your legs forward through this crowd, dodging and weaving between all of these psychopaths and random people with guns as you go to the staircase. Strange, right after you possess this body and pulled out this knife, you see someone right next to you pointing their gun at Eugene. You have a moment to take this guy down before he shoots your comrade.
I take it.
Roll the hit with all you got.
I'm going to use improvised weapons.
Because he's not adept with
Are
a
you gonna
knife.
throw the knife? Is that what that?
How far is this
the
guy from me?
improvised? He's right next to him. You said.
Yeah, you're right next to him, so
He still throws it.
I wouldn't say this improvised. It's a knife. It's a weapon.
But are you proficient in a weapon?
I have improvised weapons.
You know what? I'm gonna say yeah to improvised weapons because you're just pulling a random weapon. You aren't trained in this weapon. You're just pulling it randomly out of a body.
It's a
you
butter
possess.
knife he was eating.
The man with the weapon is the weapon.
Yeah, the man with the weapon
Here
is
we
a weapon.
go. 4, 5.
Oof. Strange. You pull up the arm, and as you go to stab this man, the arm gains control for just an instant and jerks back. And in that instant, the man fires off a shot. Eugene, you get hit in the shoulder. Yeah, take gunshot wound 3.
Fuck me. This is the second time I've been shot this damn game.
When did you get shot first time?
When you were chasing the Red Rider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you shot him last time.
Oh yeah.
So Eugene, you get shot in the shoulder and you stumble forward, but you make
You
it.
get shot last time, you son of a bitch.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I've been dead.
That's why you're a son of a bitch. Okay, gunshot 3.
Eugene, you get shot in the shoulder, but you stumble forward and you manage to make it up to the staircase. And as you do, your muscles start gaining strength once again as you get out of this mist. Dahlia is looking at Leo, who's rushing toward Maggie, and she's also looking at you, who's just like stumbled in. So she's looking between you two, and you can feel the tension in the air as Maggie's about to sing. Leo, what do you do?
So am I like, how close am I to Maggie?
You are about to hit her.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to like, I don't know. Okay, first of all, is there like a big window behind them, or is it just wall?
It's just wall.
Oh man, I wanted to blast through the window.
Through the wall.
What I want to do actually is go up behind, like she's like this, go around behind her, put her in a chokehold, put my hand on her throat, and I'm going to cast.
Yo, burn that bit. Yoga flame. Once barbecue.
I'm going to cast Disease Affliction, and I am going to pretty much just destroy her entire vocal system.
Shit.
Just give her laryngitis?
No, I'm not gonna kill her.
A sore throat would have
But
been
it's,
fine.
no, but I'm just gonna like
Laryngitis.
pretty much infect her with just some hardcore sore throat that pretty much just ruptures.
Dude, just cook her.
This is laryngitis that you are describing, just so you know.
Thank you. I'm gonna give her extreme laryngitis.
Thank you.
But at the same time, also I was gonna give her malaria. No. But make
Leprosy, go.
I'm gonna give her jaundice to turn her skin yellow. But I'm gonna like mess her up, but use her like try anything and I will kill her as a bluff.
Okay. I'm gonna have to have two actions happen at the same time then. As you're rushing toward Maggie, Eugene, you see Dahlia turn toward Leo, slow motion, and as this tension in the air builds, you can feel her charging up. You're gonna have to do something before Dahlia messes up Leo here. You felt this before in the poker room. What do you do?
Oh, I'd be glad.
Rushes and throws
Am
her
I
to the wall.
feeling the goodness? Because you said the
Yes.
muscles are
Yes, you've got your powers back.
Even though I'm like shot and I'm like reeling from that.
Yeah.
Ow.
You're still bleeding. This is still
bleeding.
going to
Okay.
affect your next
but
roll.
I notice this happening, and I notice and I know that he's casting his hand towards Maggie.
Mhm.
So I picked up earlier that you said that these vampire eyes were peering out of the shadows. So I am going to take the shadows from the hall behind me now, and I'm going to also cast my arms out, twirl them Mickey Mouse Fantasia style, and sprawl my fingers towards Dahlia.
Can I just say, there's hundreds of thousands of different examples you could have pulled from like a posture, and you went from Mickey Mouse's head. Dude,
I love it.
He's doing like Dragon Ball Z style. You're channeling fucking Disney.
I'm on
great.
brand. It's Beauty and the Beast,
It's
man.
beautiful.
Please, give me the rest of this word picture.
This word paint. Sprawling out my fingers and casting them towards Dahlia, and to myself I say,
Let's see how you like a taste of your own misfortunes.
and I rush all of those shadows off of the wall and twirl them, manipulating them around her face to mask her entire face in pitch blackness.
Oh.
So she can't see me.
That's some Naruto shit right there.
Yeah, dude.
Basically
That-
making her whole head just a ball of
Roll the hit with all you got, my friend.
shadow manipulation. It only makes sense that these shadows that are everywhere that I would notice them as soon as I notice the vampire eyes.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, you're good.
Because it only makes sense, I'm going to use magical logistics. And that's where I got the
Because it only makes sense.
Because it only makes logical sense that I would make use of these.
Of course.
Logical point. Of course. Time that I would use.
Of course.
Do not deny.
Professor.
Those two things. I think that's really. That's a 5. That's a hard 5.
Oof.
We are fucking up, boys.
-3 with the gunshot wound too, but that's still a failure.
That's what that does?
Yeah, physical statuses fuck you up if you try to do something physical. You guys will need to figure that out.
So you got 2.
So Eugene, in this would have been a badass moment, you start to peel the shadows towards you, and just that exact moment, the mist licks up to the steps that you're on, coming around your legs, and immediately the shadows just go right back to their locations.
Oh.
Leo,
Fuck me up.
roll go toe to toe.
Okay.
So this is going to be go toe to toe because you're trying to basically grab Maggie and put her in a position of control, like where you're holding her.
I mean, I'm still gonna fuck up her throat first.
Okay, so you are hitting her. And
I am
threatening.
hitting her, and then once I fuck her up, use it as an intimidation.
Okay. All right, roll go toe to toe.
And Your Honor, that's all we got on tape.
I'd high five you because that was just good. My God, that was just a good burn. All right, so what I'm gonna use, knowing that this is a very delicate thing without trying to kill her, but just going for her vocal, her voice, her throat, I'm gonna use advanced medical knowledge to know exactly where I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna use an eye for weakness. And this I'm not gonna use better knowledge. Shit. And I'm gonna use disease affliction. That's it.
All right, go for it.
8.
Leo, you rush forward, and as your palm glows with this green energy, you feel like in just inches you can grab Maggie, and then you feel that tension and your foot slips on the step. As Dahlia stares right at you, her eyes glowing and a single bead of blood coming down her nose as you just fall flat on your face.
Wait, do I get a success at all?
Dahlia used her luck magic to mess up your roll.
Oh, okay. So I just took one away from her.
Pretty much.
What away from?
One.
One of her luck.
One of her
abilities.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she doesn't use it to fuck us up later.
Yeah, I feel like since, kind of the mystery of her ability has been shown, the way this system works is that if you guys rolled like a mixed success, that would take away 1 point of her reserve. If you guys did a full success, that would take away 2 points for reserve. And then once she runs out of that reserve, the next time she tries to use it, instead the exact opposite happens. You guys get a huge lucky break.
Got it.
Yeah, so that's how Dahlia's powers have been working this whole time. And since Eugene wasn't able to stop her in time, Dahlia used her powers on you. And it's at that exact moment that Maggie is about to sing Strange. You have an instant to do something, anything.
In that instance, I get out, I just duck. I leave the body and I go in the ground. Like I literally go into the ground and I'm gonna come up the stairway. Because I can break physics.
It's some what is it, My Hero Academia Lemillion thing?
You know what? Motherfucker, I'm trying to help you.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I can fly with the birds, okay? Because I'm not far from
I'm not criticizing. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Wow.
So what I do is I literally phase through the floor. I see all the piping and everything. I come around and I phase right up.
Hang on. That's going to be a take the risk.
Okay?
And because...
Wait, what's the risk?
The risk is that you decided to stay in the mist by possessing a body. So...
Oh, this is a bad risk. This is a scary risk.
Yeah, so here's what happens. You need to roll take the risk, and you're taking a -2.
Why?
Because because you've been soaking up the mist. It's been tearing away at basically your essence. And so in order to escape this mist, this is you basically staying in the fight. You asked me before we started this session, how can Detective Strange the Ghost die?
Fuck it. I got nothing else to do, so phase to objects, invisible inspector,
Improvise weapons.
improvise.
I don't think it's no weapon. You are fleeing.
Then in that case, I'm
he's
gonna
rushing.
use
He's
Call of the
rushing down.
Haunted to have the
weapon.
ghost come help me to pull down.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have the spirits come. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty, so here's the deal. So that -2 from the mist, your Army of Dead is worth +2. So that negates that. So you have a +0 plus what tags are you using?
Phase to objects, invisible specter, and then Call of the Haunted.
So roll with +3, my friend.
I have to kill the Army of the Darkness. Sorry, guys. 7, 8, 9, 10.
Kill yourself.
So here's what happens. Strange, you feel the mist pulling at you, ready to tear you apart. And as you let loose your ghostly voice all of the ghosts that were swarming the estate immediately come through the broken windows and the walls, just like the gatekeepers, and start swarming around. The mist starts dispersing around them as it's like grabbing them and like pulling at them and like bringing them into the ground itself, tearing them apart. It's horrifying.
Ghosts are tearing apart the vampires?
No, the mist is tearing apart the ghosts.
Oh, God.
They came in.
Oh, no. Oh,
And
the horror.
and as your body was back to back with Skid's like, all right, what we gonna do? You just go right through the body's feet into the ground. You see like the piping and all that of the estate. You like go forward, you feel your way, and you're like, okay, this is about it. And you shoot right up. You wanted to be between Dahlia and Maggie?
Yes. In fact, no, I want to be next, like if I was in between you guys, like this.
Cool. So yeah, you shoot up onto the staircase between Dahlia and Leo and Eugene and Maggie. Now everyone's on the staircase except for Skid, who's still in the middle of the pandemonium. He's like, oh God, oh.
Okay, there was something else I wanted to do.
Before you do it,
Okay.
Maggie starts to sing. I'm gonna need you all to roll face danger. You guys weren't able to stop her in time.
Veteran doctor's comment. Gotta keep myself in focus because I know what she does.
Yeah. Don't tell me you rolled it yet, Leo. Strange, what are you using?
I wanted to use Revenant's face. I wanted to try to I wanted to have my cries, my scream of horror, outpower her fucking singing.
Ooh.
it's a
Remember that?
enough, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to combat her singing with that.
Okay, so that's gonna be a go toe to toe.
Yeah. Well, can I finally go for the jugular?
Oh shoot! You know what?
That's what
Yeah.
I had a cool thing I was gonna do.
I love this. Okay, screw the face danger.
Thank God, because I got nothing.
I got 9.
I've been
man.
looking at this thing the whole time like, ugh.
This is City of Mist. It's really Calvin Ball with a few rules.
I'm like 9.
All right, what's happening instead?
All right.
So, Detective Strange,
Okay.
you are going to try to outsing the siren with your horrendous Revenant scream.
Yes.
Because you have the theme improvement go for the jugular, instead of doing go toe to toe, this is going to be a hit with all you've got because you've
Got it.
set up this weird situation where you just came out of the stairs.
Right.
This is the only reason I'm letting you do this before her siren song affects your friends because
So-
you specifically have an ability to do this.
So now that I'm going for the jugular, does my roll matter at this point?
it matters. You still have to roll hit with all you've got.
Got it. Okay.
So depending on what you get here, this determines whether you save your friends or not.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do: the Revenant's face, make that horrific scream. While I'm doing that, I am putting my hands in their heads, like phasing through them, and I am basically channeling my ghostly haunting powers into their bodies to feel the pain of being dead.
And there is, like, who are you referring to with there? Maggie?
Well, I'm in between both of them. So
Oh,
both
Maggie and
my
Dahlia?
hand- yeah, I'm going like
Yeah.
that. I'm basically putting my hands in between, like literally phasing through their heads.
Stretching his arms out in
yeah.
both directions.
Thank you.
So yeah, so if you choose the option to hit multiple people and hit with all you got, you can do that to Dahlia as well. So
Yes.
roll for it, my friend.
Okay,
what
I
do you
will
want?
use face to objects, the Revenant's face. This is kind of a possession because I'm putting my hand in between them.
No.
Secrets taken to the grave. I'm gonna literally tell them the secrets of the dead, which may be
history
too
of the
much.
The pain of being dead is
The pain of being dead is one.
That is a stretch, but
I
also
was like, tell me what living person knows what being dead.
but also the way you described your attack, I enjoyed that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There we go. So
you
4.
have pleased me.
I have 4 right
You
now.
may continue.
By the way, Bravo, there are several people who have written books on the topic.
I will say, I'm going to activate your new weakness tag that came with your ghost theme.
Seen by those who've touched the book.
Seen by those who've touched the book.
So 3.
Dahlia's touched the book. She sees you.
All right, so 2. I mean, no, 3. It's 3 because I did Revenant's face to. Oh no, that's right. It's 2. It's 2. All right, guys, it was nice knowing you. 5, 6, 7.
She's better than nothing.
Could have been worse.
I'm about to end this girl's whole career.
So either you can hurt both Maggie and Dahlia, or you can stop Maggie from singing.
They're pretty much defenseless.
Well, yeah, and all we got to do is get a new round of stuff to do.
Yeah.
I'll stop her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stop her.
Okay. So, as Maggie is about to sing, her siren notes stretching out through the ballroom and into everyone's ears, Detective Strange bursts from the stairs. His face contorts and he goes,
We're still gonna have to affect a little bit.
Just right in front of her face. Just immediately throws off her rhythm. There's just these two people shouting at each other. Dahlia sees Strange and it's just like too like what the hell? Yeah, too dumbfounded. But Dahlia is also looking directly at Strange. Leo, you're on the stairs. Eugene, you're at the bottom of the stairs, and the mist is licking up at your feet. And bullets are still flying, and it looks like a few of the vampire people are also coming toward the stairs. So you guys are going to need either solve this quick and get out of here, or things are about to get worse. What do you do?
Am I going first?
I'm going to say, honestly, this is a new round pretty much. It's any of you
Yes.
guys.
Can I try
Okay,
some?
wait.
Oh,
Are the ghosts still like evaporating? Like, are they all gone? They've all come
Yeah, all the ghosts are gone at this point.
What do they do? Do they just come in and like
They assisted him
in
like,
sucking up some of the mist?
Yeah, they dispersed the mist enough that Strange
he
was
could
able
get
to
away.
make his escape.
Great, cool. They're gone. So never mind.
We still have the birds.
Oh, and I will say, you also hear Skid go, "Help!" as he's still in the middle
What
of this
now?
melee.
Oh, yeah.
You guys just left this
Yeah, I
teenager
could've
in the
run.
middle of this murder pit.
Also, I got shot again.
I mean, I can roll for him. I can see if
No,
Skid
that's fine
escapes the
and all.
murder
No, no, no,
pit.
here, That's fine and all.
Kevin, please roll for the beloved character you love so much. Please roll. Go ahead, get him killed.
Yeah, especially because we left him in the middle of this melee.
I'm gonna fucking punch you.
I'm gonna fucking punch you, and I'm gonna put you in detention where you're gonna write the word gala 150 times on the fucking board, and then another 150 melees.
Pablo.
Can I use-
Pablo, only writing it is why I'm in this mess. I never had to say it. Hand me those dice, Pablo. By the way, I should
Is
be.
Crackers with Skid?
Ooh.
Yeah, crackers. I mean,
No, he said ooh. He doesn't know.
Yeah, I think as soon as all this went down, Crackers just kind of went straight
To a
up.
chandelier.
Okay, I was
Because he's
about
a
to say,
bird.
he's a
Yeah,
bird.
he's on the chandelier, just kind of watching all this going on, like.
I'm actually comfortable with that. 'cause
Wait,
I
why
want
don't you
him
just
to
ask
be
Crackers to come claw our eyes out?
Well, I'm glad. That's what I'm saying. I'm comfortable that he's up there because I want him to be okay, and we.
You're more concerned about him than the human being.
Well, I want to
I
say that
respect
I haven't noticed until this moment that he's up there.
Yeah.
Because now I have a full view of the room. Before he was right above us.
Yeah. And now I'm going to roll for Skid real quick because he's just going to try to run out. Okay. Yeah. I got an 8.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Nice to roll, huh?
Yeah, it's nice to roll. I missed this, you know? Skid just starts like rushing forward, and he's not as acrobatic as the rest of you, so he's just like bumping into people. And I'm gonna say a bullet like does like graze his arm, and he's like, ah! It cuts through his trench coat, and his arm is like bleeding. I'm gonna give him like a 2 status.
reminds me of the good times.
As he's now rushing up the stairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've been shooting a lot of people.
Yeah, Strange has a weird like shot.
I never really held a gun as
Firearms
often.
policy.
Okay, big action moment. All of you guys are, all the named characters are pretty much on the stairs except for Crackers, who's on the chandelier, which is still being shot at and swirling around at a very dangerous rate as bullets are flying. What do you do?
All right, guys. I have this new technique, and I want to change the game. I want to use my spirit gun.
What?
What DBZ is this?
That's
No.
Yu Yu Hakusho, motherfucker. Get your shit straight.
Sounds like Spirit Bomb.
Spirit gun.
I know what
It's a spirit gun.
Tell me what it is.
Basically, I want to channel my ghostly powers into an energy beam and then fucking shoot Dahlia right
Just like
between
I do
the
with
eyes.
Fire.
So kind of like a will-o'-the-wisp that you put into the car, but it's a
Bullet.
bullet.
Yeah, spirit gun.
I mean, I made a portal with my shadow powers. Can he do this?
Do you have a tag called Spirit Gun?
I have Call of the Haunted. And
No.
Call upon my spirits.
So yeah, if you don't have this ability, that's gonna be a stop holding back because that's a new stretch of your abilities.
Fuck it, I'm already dead. What's being dead again?
That's your fucking reasoning for everything you do.
It's been working out pretty well.
I'm dead. It has it. All right.
All right, fuck it.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna do exactly what I said, and if I die, say la vie.
Okay, so this is stop holding back, so I do have to sort of set the stakes up. Strange, you can channel your life force, your living essence, into this beam of life energy to try to, ironically, kill Dahlia, or at least incapacitate her. You don't know explicitly you can do this, and quite frankly, if you mess up, you're shooting basically your life force out. So if you mess up hard. But if you succeed, this might be enough to get past Dahlia's luck powers. So this could turn the tide.
Death versus Lady Luck.
Oh my
If
god.
he hits his target with his life force, he survives. But if he misses, he dies.
It's more like if his gun, I say with air quotes, misfires and explodes.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's doing this.
Since you're channeling your life force, you're going to have to channel your logos to keep you grounded. So roll +2.
So roll +2?
Yeah, for your 2 logos themes.
Oh.
You don't pick any tags. It's just your 2
+2.
logos themes.
Here we go. 4, 5, 6. Damn. I've been getting bad rolls with these dice. These aren't my regular dice. It's all right, guys.
So Strange. You're holding your hand out and you're channeling your life force. And as you're channeling it into your hand, you quite literally see your life flash before your eyes. But you overextend. Your life, drinking, seeing the worst of humanity, but also your good times, your times in the boxing ring, your times with friends, your police academy training starts to fade from your memory as the energy builds up in your hand and it explodes like a gun misfiring, knocking you back. Mark fade on your police academy theme and burn all your power tags. So your boxing, your mean right hook, every tag on there, you are no longer able to use unless you figure out a way to unburn those tags.
Got it. Well, your guys' turn.
You guys just saw Strange's hand pretty much just explode.
Okay. Fuck. So nothing's different. So the vampires are still creeping up on the stairs.
Yes.
Dahlia is looking dumbfounded, but he's right next to her.
Yeah.
He tried to do this right next to her.
Yeah, Dahlia was looking right at Strange. Strange tried to do this, and then his hand blew up, and he just kind of fell back against the stairs. He's just kind of floating there, his eyes like...
Is her attention on him, I guess?
Is
this all? Yeah. She was dumbfounded looking at it.
This was really weird, so her eyes are looking at her, but in the next instant, this is a battle. She's going to be looking at the next person. If you want to do something, you got to do something quick.
And Maggie's
at the top of the stairs. She's also a bit dumbfounded, but now that Strange...
She's been silenced for a second.
But now that Strange is no longer basically in here, she's going to start to sing. So there's a bunch of threats all around you. You guys got to figure this out now.
Okay. He's a much better person to handle the problem behind us. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to, watching this all happen, go like, oh no! I'm going to crawl up the stairs a little bit just to get a little closer. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say to Leo, the vampires! And just to get his attention that way. And as I'm doing that, those are my speaking actions, if that's fair.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
I don't want to kill Maggie. We just don't need her to sing. That's Eugene. So he's going to fire a horn spire into his hand, meaning obviously the tip of it is sharp, but the base of it is dull. Mm-hmm. So he's going to shoot it into his hand and then use super strength and master of logistics to spiral football it into her mouth and plug her fucking mouth.
You're about to gag her.
How is that not gonna kill her?
Well, it's not because it's not gonna stab straight through the back of her neck. I'm just trying to.
No, let's play this out.
Remember the first car chase? I plugged the exhaust pipe with a horn. That's what I'm trying to do. But the exhaust pipe is her fucking mouth.
Gotta gag her.
Go toe to toe, my friend.
Great. And I'm gonna use super strength, horn shot, master of logistics, just get this spiral just right. And the wind that is picked up by my hurl is going to be controlled with atmokinesis. -1 behind the eyes?
I'm going to give you a -1 for mutation because you're specifically trying to get your horn the right way, and you historically have not been great at controlling your mutations.
You got pretty hairy a couple times.
So it's a +3.
Go for it.
That's an 8 + 3.
11.
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
So I shoot it in my hand. I go, the crowd! And I leap up like an expert football star somehow, with like one knee up, like my left knee up and my right arm held out, and I control this thing aiming directly for that lady's mouth.
Okay. Eugene, you jump up, slow motion, you throw the horn. Dahlia looks over at you. Her eyes start to glow. And then Skid just punches her right in the face. Just caught completely off guard. Dahlia falls off the railing onto the ground below. Skid turns to you all and goes, I told you guys, just fucking punch her. As Eugene just rocket propels this horn right into Maggie's mouth. Mind you, you're throwing a horn into her mouth, so you break some teeth.
Yeah.
You knock her back.
If she can't sing perfectly without the teeth.
Have you ever
Control
touched an
that.
animal's horn? That shit's strong.
Yeah, for sure, most definitely.
Anyway, she's dead, right?
And for just this brief instant, you guys have incapacitated both the Eldy sisters. However, there is a crowd of, goons that are coming up behind you. The mist is also rising up. The melee, there's still like guns being blasted everywhere. Leo, what do you do?
As I see this happening, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's fucking dead. Leo! I turned around and I said, you're right, it's time to take care of these uninvited guests. And let's just say the doctor has called an all-hands staff meeting. And I raise I gather wind in my hands, and I'm gonna summon my own backup. I'm gonna use Zephyr's children.
Oh, no.
Weather manipulation and gale force control to summon, as I would say, double as many vampires as there are. So there's 2 to 1.
Like with
Wind
elementals and vampires?
yeah.
Okay.
So agents, vampires, some ghosts, probably. And fucking elementals in this room.
So
God.
This is like, those Skyrim mods.
Oh, yeah.
And everything's just appearing.
And a parrot.
And a parrot.
Yeah. You gotta keep it real, though.
all right, roll for it, my friend.
So that's gonna be +3. 15.
Oh! The comeback kid.
All the wind swirls in from all these now recently opened windows and skylights, and just forms into all of these different wind elementals. Almost all of them the size of the one that you guys fought in the heist.
Shit,
and
there's
like,
one window that hasn't been broken, and an agent is like, at least one maybe. And wind busts through it.
I like how he's looking at the decor as a fucking everything around him is happening.
you create all of these different elementals that immediately just start getting to work, bashing all of these goons. One immediately forms behind you guys at the base of the staircase, and just in one swipe just hits away all these vampires. It's Skid immediately turns to you all and goes, okay, that's cool, let's run.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You
I mean, yes. I actually, and I'm just, brother.
I'm like still looking at my hand, like just like what happened to me? Like it's all hidden.
Can I touch him? Is he tangible? Can I touch you? Are you tangible?
No.
Here's, in this specific moment, Strange, once again, you have felt your previously human life fade away even further. And you have never been closer to your ghostly essence than you've been right now. So as Eugene goes to touch you, his hand just goes right through. But that is enough to kind of break you out of your daze.
Huh? Oh God, we gotta go.
Come along,
Let's go.
Detective Strange. We have to go.
Yeah, let's go.
One moment, and I turned to the closest air elemental at that. You said one like appeared right near us, right, and swiped away the guys coming up. I said, the Elodie sisters, keep them busy, keep them down now.
And he cracks his wind knuckles so hard that my
Pop filter
my
comes
pop
up.
Yeah,
filter fell off.
just put it through the hole because
So that's
the torque,
why.
Yeah, the torque wasn't in there.
He cracks his wind knuckles.
Yeah, sure thing, sweetheart.
And Leo's like, love that voice.
And Crackers flies through the wind elemental and joins you all as you rush up the staircase, leaving the melee behind you as you hear Agent Evans go, go!
She's
And-
been there the whole time.
She was in the
I guess,
fight.
She's
She
literally
was.
fighting vampires in a mist that they made.
Yeah, this whole time, Agent Justice Evans has just been firing her pistol around and like assisting all the rest
She
of the
just
gatekeepers.
executes a vampire when she says, like, go, boom!
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, there's a vampire on the ground. She just shoots him right in the head. And as you guys are rushing through the rest of the estate, you hear the sounds of the fight fading behind you as you go through basically just the cavernous hallways of this large mansion. Oh my God. And it begins to feel like a maze, except with Skid, who you've managed to bring and save along with you. He's leading you. It's like, all right, I can feel it now. It's far, but I can feel where it's going, babes. And he's leading you left, right, up some stairs, down some stairs.
Are you bleeding?
Don't worry about me.
And I immediately put my hand over the bullet, and I use healing factor.
Okay, yeah.
So what I'm going to use is, because I want to get the bullet out and restore them. Where did you get shot? On your shoulder?
Back to the right shoulder.
The right shoulder. So what I want to do is I want to excavate the bullet out and repair his muscles and tendons, just so he's able to,
Yeah.
Whatever. So I'm going to use advanced medical knowledge, healing factor, and second wind.
All right, roll change again. Oh, and I'm going to use your weakness tag, drains your energy, because there's been a lot going on here.
Got it.
You just did a big wind elemental thing.
That's going to be 8.
What was the bonus on that?
+2.
Okay. So as you guys are just sprinting through this estate, Leo, you put your hand onto Eugene's shoulder, and Eugene, you feel the same healing energy as the bullet pops out of your wound, and the skin starts to heal up, but it doesn't heal up all the way. Leo, as you're like sprinting, you just feel just all the energy come out of you, and immediately you are just taking like these deep breaths. You are exhausted. So change gunshot wound 3 to nicked 1.
Dr. Castello, I told you not to worry about that.
It's fine. We need our heavy hitter on tip-top shape.
Are you all right?
A little tired.
Save it for after the fight. And Skid breaks open a door. And inside, you see this large office with portraits hanging along the walls. You see bookshelves with many leather-bound books that smell of rich mahogany. You see a large desk. And on top of that desk, Eugene, your eyes just immediately just pinpoint to it. What to everyone else looks like a rolled-up rug, but to Eugene, you see your tapestry.
Yes! God! Oh, God! This character. Oh, yes! Oh, sweet, merciful. Oh, ambrosia of the fucking. Oh, there it is. Beautiful. Beauty.
Leo just like, what the hell?
I look around at everyone else. And,
It's my tapestry. It's a tapestry. Cool. Hey, what else is in here?
So, as you say that, Skid walks up to the large Victorian window that looks out onto the back of the estate. Eugene, you rush up to the desk. You're so excited. You immediately unfurl the tapestry, and on it you see it just like you saw in that antique shop, what feels like ages ago, but really was only maybe a few days. An exact map of the Minotaur's Labyrinth. And as you look upon this rendition, Skid looks out the window and goes, you guys might want to see this. And as you all go toward the window, you see a large hedge maze in the back, looking almost exactly like the Minotaur's Labyrinth. And in the skies above, you see storm clouds swirling with its center directly over the center of this hedge maze. Eugene, you see the maze. Leo, you see the storm. And Strange, you and Skid both look toward the center of the maze, and you see that energy that you saw so long ago of what feels like a tear in the fabric of the world, an abyss that as you look at it begins to look back at you. And Skid goes, I think I know where the book is. And you hear behind you, and I think I found where you are. And standing there, Mayor Dracula. Now then, he cracks his neck. Let's get this party started.